Hello everyone and welcome back to Timber and Smoke, and today is a very exciting day for me. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Milan Tobacconist Diplomat tobacco, but today I'm going to be recording a few other tobacco reviews kind of back to back to start putting things in my queue. This video is going to be released in January, and this is going to be the first of 4 tobacco reviews of Milan Tobacconist. So January, I'm taking the month of January to specifically review tobaccos from Milan Tobacconist. I've reached out to the owners there, and right now we're working on setting up a date to do an interview with them, so I'm really looking forward to that. If you are interested in that type of thing, more behind the scenes look at owning a business, blending tobacco, that type of deal, be sure to subscribe or follow along for that. Again, I'm not totally sure the date when that's coming, but it is coming. So so Diplomat. So in this review, don't mind me, I've just got some notes just to help me keep these a little bit more concise, a little bit more formatted. So we're going to be looking at the tobacco Diplomat, again from Milan Tobacconist. We're going to be taking a physical look at the tobacco itself, looking at the background and some information from Milan Tobacconist's own website and tobaccoreviews.com, and then we'll be lighting it up and giving a review. It's just that straightforward, people. So without further ado, let's get started. So this is just a description, right, from Milan Tobacconist's own website of the Diplomat. It's a non-aromatic tobacco. It's comprised of red Virginias, generous amounts of coarse and cube cut burleys, and a whisper of Perique. This blend offers a rich, medium-bodied smoke with the subtleties of nuts and spice. The room note is nice. So it is currently available on Milan Tobacconist's own website. You can buy it in 1 ounce, a half pound, or a full pound. If you buy 1 ounce, it's $4.50 an ounce. If you buy it in a half pound, it's $32, or if you buy a full pound, it's $50. So pretty standard. It's actually, I would say, a little bit more inexpensive as far as boutique tobaccos go, and that's pretty much the going rate you'll see across all of Milan Tobacconist, all of their blends. So I'm just gonna pull up looking at tobaccoreviews.com. It is a 3 out of 4 stars rating. The description is the same. It is blended and branded by Milan Tobacconist. Blend type says it's a Virginia Burley. Contents: Burley, Perique, and Virginia. Flavoring: nuts and beans. It is a ribbon cut, and it is bulk. Now, as far as what folks have rated, it is basically mild, medium, kind of in that range. So that's what we've got. Let's take a look at the tobacco itself. So you can see now mine's a little dried out. I haven't done a great job of storing my bulk blend, so it's a little dry. It's a little on the crispy side. However, you can see, lots of great browns in there of the Virginias and the Burleys. You can see the cube cut Burleys in there, and you can see that dark tobacco. That is the bits of Perique that is in this. If you didn't know, Perique is a type of tobacco that is basically fire cured. I don't want to say fire cured because that's not the right description, but it goes through a long process of not fermenting it. I'm not a tobacco expert, obviously. Cornell and Deal has a great description of how Perique is produced, but for a while I didn't realize that Perique was dark tobacco. So when you see a Virginia Burley Perique blend and you see real dark tobacco in there, that's not Cavendish, it's Perique probably. So yeah, it's just a great looking blend. Again, just a mix of ribbon and cube tobacco, beautiful browns. As far as packing goes, I mean, it's incredibly easy to pack. I've already packed my pipe and got it ready here. Very, very easy to pack. This stuff is real easy to light right now because it's pretty dry. But when it was shipped to me, definitely had more moisture than that, but nothing like an aromatic or anything like that. There's not a topping that I can tell that's on it, and it smells great as well. Yeah, very nutty, earthy, great smelling blend. And for me, this is really up my alley as far as what I like. These burly Virginia blends. I really like the nuttiness, earthiness of burly. Um, yeah, I'm not as big of a fan of the more Virginia heavy blends, kind of the citrusy, zestier blends. I did smoke recently coin cut from I can't remember what the blend was. Peter Stockeby, like their coins, the Bullseye Flake, and to me it was really lemony, which was something I hadn't experienced before. The only reason I'm bringing that up, that's not a comparison to this tobacco at all, but all that to say that for me, I like something like this Diplomat, and I've smoked it a few times before. So let's light it up and get into it. I've got this beautiful Zippo lighter. Now, there's some debates and opinions as far as Zippos and Zippo fuel with the nice little pipe insert. I love this thing. For me, it's just a cool factor. So we'll get it going. So you can see right off the light, again, it's pretty dry, but quite easy to light for myself. And, you know, this pipe has got a pretty small diameter chamber. So that lets me get a pretty even flame all across and gets it lit pretty well. Now, yeah, right off the bat, I'm getting that nuttiness. That's pretty much the main feel that I get when I smoke this tobacco is that real nice, yeah, a nuttiness, a savoriness to this tobacco. But there is that Virginia in the back end, kind of that brighter note. So for me, what I'm getting is on the tongue, on the forefront, I'm getting that. Yeah, I would describe this as a richness to this tobacco. It is kind of what I get from it. And then on the back of my palate, kind of as I let the smoke linger in my mouth for a little bit, that's where I'm getting the lighter note that I'm assuming I'm getting from the Virginia, or perhaps a play with the Virginia and the Perique even. Again, there's not much Perique in this blend, but there is a little bit, and it's kind of reminiscent of that Virginia Perique flavor. Again, for me, when I smoke Virginia Perique, I get a zestiness, and that's what I get on the back of my mouth. So I would say that both of those elements are basically at play, kind of both the burly and this, you know, Virginia Perique elements. Now, one of the things that I love about pipe smoking is getting great billows of smoke. There is an element of just an absolute coolness factor, and this tobacco for me provides that. And most tobaccos do, but there definitely are some, in my experience, that maybe it's because of the cut of the leaf or the mix of the blend or what have you, that give you a nice body of smoke. You know, for me, all of these things kind of play an element into how I view a tobacco, right? I want something that gets a good taste, but I want to have something that's fun, right? When I smoke my pipe, it's not, I want to have fun with it, right? This is a hobby of mine that I really enjoy, and so trying to, you know, practice, and hopefully someday I can get a nice smoke ring or whatever, just get those nice big puffs of smoke. All of those things for me add to the experience of the tobacco and the blend. So all that to say, I feel like I can get some nice, yeah, voluminous smoke clouds with this blend, which I enjoy a lot. Now, I have smoked this a few times, this blend here, and every time it makes me realize that I like this type of blend more. See, there are, apologies for the plane flying above. I don't know what the weather is going on here in my part of the country, but we had snow. It was a very, very mild fall. The weather was great, and then for a couple weeks it got really cold and we got some snow. Whew, the sun's going behind the clouds. I feel like I can finally see the camera. And but now, like the last week in December here, it's beautiful. I mean, it's like 40 degrees outside. This is incredible weather. But back to the pipe tobacco. There are certain blends that when I smoke them, they help me realize what I do and don't like. Not even just a particular blend, but again, going back to that Virginia example, I don't. It's different. The zestiness, citriness that I get, particularly from that Bullseye Flake, was something that I hadn't really noticed before. But now, as I continue to smoke those Virginia Perique blends, it's becoming more and more prevalent to me on my palate. And for me, it's not that it's good or bad, but it's just not my personal preference. But now this blend, this Burley Virginia blend, I love this stuff. It is nutty, it's hearty. For this time of year as well, it's just, I'm trying to think of a good way to describe it. It's almost like cashew-esque. You know when you get like a nice scoop of peanut butter or something like that? Just that thickness. That's really what I get from this blend. And yeah, it's just a great, enjoyable smoke for me. So what would I say about this blend, just to wrap this video up? First off, I would recommend this blend in a heartbeat. I think this is a great blend. As far as strength goes, I would say it's a light medium. I wouldn't go as far as to say that this is a real medium blend. There's not a real strong nicotine punch there. I could smoke this all day, no problem. So for that reason, I would describe it as far as strength, kind of mild. It, excuse me, it's nothing like a aromatic, so there's definitely more to it than that. So I would say on the heavier side of mild, or that light medium, is right where I would put it as far as both strength and flavoring and yeah. But it's really, really great. I mean, and for a beginner as well, if you're trying to dip your toes, excuse me, if you're trying to dip your toes in the world of non-aromatic tobaccos, this is a incredible start, because it touches all those things that something that's not aromatic has, that a real nice, like I said, a real nice tobacco taste, right? That's not very descriptive, but it's a really enjoyable smoke. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give this something like a 7.8 to an 8. I would definitely purchase this in the future and cellar this and have this on hand. I could see myself smoking a lot of this. So if you're in the market and you're looking for some sort of Virginia Burley blend to try, I would definitely take a look at Milan Tobacconist Diplomat. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.